pain won't subside and my mind keeps on spinning. I swallow my pride if tonight you just leave me alone. Alone, just leave me alone. Alone, I'm not afraid to cry. I'm not afraid to feel.
Welcome to another episode of Local Music Somewhere. I'm your host, Greazy Keyz, in the rBeatz studio. Thrilled to have my guests today, Jeff Moder and Nathaniel Wittenburg. Welcome to the rBeatz studio, guys.
Hey, guys.
Thanks. Thrilled to have you in the studio to talk about, give us a little bit of your background and your story and to perform for us here in a bit. But so how about, question number one. How did you guys first get into music, each of you?
I started playing drums when I was about 8 years old.
Right.
A local band that I lived near, they had the whole setup in their basement, and I would get on and start playing drums. So I played drums in bands till my early 30s, and then I started a family and sort of backed away from that.
Yeah.
And then later on in life, picked up the guitar because when you're not in a band and you like music, and you don't want to just play drums by yourself, the guitar seemed like the, perfect avenue. And I always, since my early days, I enjoyed songwriting. So that's kind of, the guitar was that avenue.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very cool. How about you, Nathaniel?
Yeah, so mine follows the same kind of path that Jeff's did. I grew up in a musical household.
Mm-hmm.
My dad plays guitar and my mom played piano, and they sang together, and it kind of was a life we lived. And I was 6 years old and started playing drums because my dad was like, hey, you've got good rhythm and can play tambourine. Okay, let's have you play drums. And now we have a drummer in the house. And did the same thing. I picked up guitar probably in my mid-teens, 16, 17-year-old, to play at church.
Yeah.
And it was the same kind of thing. Like I was a drummer in church and the only one, and then all of a sudden we have 4 drummers, and so it's like, oh, what are you going to do now? And I played bass for a year, and then we've got this bass player who made me look silly. And so I picked up guitar and started playing from there.
Just as it needed, right?
Yep.
As necessity.
Yep.
That's right.
That's how it works for musicians, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
For
right.
sure. You find that you just are passionate about it, plug in somewhere, and hey, maybe you get bumped, but hey, you're still
still doing it. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you're originally from Ohio, is that right, Jeff?
That's correct.
So what brought you to Charlotte?
The weather.
I hear you.
Now, I was in a job at the time where, for a lot of my career, I had to be in Ohio to work. And then I was in a job where it didn't matter where I lived. And my kids were growing up and they didn't have significant others. And I said to my wife at the time, I said, if we're ever going to leave and go to a better place, sunnier days, better climate, now is the time. So we moved here in 2010. So down here about 15 years.
Right on. And were you playing music as soon as you got into town, or?
No, actually, I was commuting and working so much. I didn't really start playing music till 2017.
Wow.
And got back into it. And, started writing, going to a lot of the open mics, and that's how I met. Most of my friends are either musicians or people that like to listen to musicians.
Right on.
Yeah.
So tell me, how did your musical paths cross?
Open mics. It was a couple of different ones. I think that I took over for Michael Wayne Avery at what was then Rush Espresso, doing an acoustic mic over there. Open mic over there, and then I was also working. I ran sound for Shannon on Tuesday nights over at Moochie's for a couple of years as well, and Jeff and I bumped into each other at both of those places, and a couple of times got to play together, and so that's where we caught up. It was a fit when we played together, even though there's a little bit of an age difference. Like our musical influences cross over each other a lot.
Right. Yeah.
I love that. So you guys are collaborators,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, we are.
So Jeff, let me ask you this. What does a great collaborator catch that maybe the artist can't?
Yeah, I think, another set of ears is one. And, in the case of Nate has a really good feel about what the song needs.
Yeah.
So he sees and hears things that I don't. So I can take him a, just a straight acoustic song, and he can help me think through what parts need to be added.
Sure.
He himself adds a lot to the song, but then he's also good to collaborate with in terms of when you go in the recording studio, what instrumentation do we want for the song? What will bring it out? And so, I think collaborator has to be willing to listen and not be afraid to give feedback. And then the person who's not the collaborator needs to be able to take that feedback in a positive manner.
Yeah.
And, work with it. So
don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what's something that each of you have learned from each other musically?
You want to go first? You want me to?
I will. So Jeff actually is one of the best songwriters, best storytellers in a song that I've heard and listened to, and I don't mean this in a flattery sense at all, but I would compare his writing to the likes of like Dylan and Jacob Dylan and and even some Lennon and McCartney in there, but probably more George Harrison than those two. The storytelling and the emotion in the songs that he writes it's tangible.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a thing more important than rhyming words. So for me, I guess the long way around, the more important than rhyming words and staying inside of a box to make a song work is telling the story truthfully with the emotion that's actually there is a thing that I learned from Jeff and am learning from Jeff. So
wow.
That's a lot. That's awesome.
What was the question? I'm still basking in.
What's something maybe
he writes something
learned?
like Bob Dylan? Or something like
or what's something that maybe you've learned from Nathaniel?
Oh yeah.
Musically.
I mean, I think Nate is just such a good player and a good. He thinks ahead of. So he's gotten me to think about what other things should be included in the song. He's also been very good at, what about a bridge here? And sometimes I would completely miss that, but then we start talking about it, it's like, oh man, that is just perfect. So he comes from his musical knowledge, and the depth of his musical knowledge is far greater than mine. And it's just a pleasure to be around someone that, just thinks ahead of the game a little bit on the songs and can really inspire me to do something that I would not have thought on my own.
Right on.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
When you're talking about, writers like Dylan and the Beatles and Tom Petty, which I can hear as an influence in your music, what do those artists do that maybe more modern artists could embrace?
The lyrical stories that they tell.
Yeah.
In particular, if we're talking about Tom Petty, I just think all of his songs are so relatable. Right? And so I think, he can take just the everyday things that happen in life and turn it into a story that we can all relate to.
Yeah.
So I think modern artists can take that and improve what they're doing. The simplicity of their music, in many cases, to allow, one of the things that I've found is I'm a fairly simplistic, composer, I guess, and it allows the people around me to add things to the song that if it were more complex, it might be harder.
Right.
You know, I use the example of, you know, what would Tom Petty be without Mike Campbell?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Tom, you know, allowed Mike to be such a collaborator that he created iconic, you know, lead lines in with his stories, and it became magic, right? You know, one without the other probably would not have been so great. In the case of Dylan, I mean, he just, you know, Dylan's lyrics are just so unbelievable. You know, I think anybody that listens to, you know, maybe can get past his voice, because a lot of people have trouble with his voice, but when they can get past that and really listen to the lyrics and what he's saying, they're phenomenal.
I love it. I agree 100%. And also, I would interject live music, like live musicians being played. Real drums, real guitars.
Absolutely.
You know, to me, there's just something I don't care how much AI you throw on it, it's not going to be as natural or as impactful without live musicianship. You know?
Yep, exactly right.
100% agree. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. So, you know, you guys seem to collaborate well, but do you ever disagree musically? And how do you resolve those differences?
Do we disagree, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, I think we do sometimes. It's, you know, but it's like, you know, we're very good about, have you thought about this? Hey, why don't we try this? It's not like, I hate what you're playing here. It's like, you know, I was really going for this. What do you think about trying? So it's a lot of how you position it, I think. You know, when we were in the studio together, we were at Boo English's studio, and Boo is very good about, I think you have a better one in you when you play something, or have you thought about this, or what do you think about adding that? And again, he's not telling you, but he's causing you to think. And I think that's what we do with each other.
I love that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Boo English.
Yeah, man.
Great studio, Knothole, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
And the basement of his home, but really it's just its own.
It's a world apart.
It's a world apart. And he has done such an amazing job putting that studio together and making it a really unique spot where not only you can go and record your music and feel inspired, but then feed all the deer.
Yeah. Right. How do you
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. Is that where you recorded Lost and Found?
Yes.
And is that a full-length album that you guys did?
Yeah, it's a full length.
Right
I think there were 10 songs on it. Yeah.
What was your favorite part about recording that?
My favorite part was we had some great musicians on it, and they were able to bring out what I had in my head in some cases that I couldn't play. And so I was able to communicate that. But I think it's important not to be, at least for me and what I wanted to get out of the record, not to be too prescriptive. You know, I would talk with Nate, I would talk with Rob Lois, you know, and other members of the band, but Rob and Nate principally. And they would, you know, they would come up with things, and they would, you know, come up with parts, and they say, is this what you're looking for? And it was usually pretty doggone close. And so when you know, Rob wrote an intro for the song Romeo and Juliet, and it was just like, yeah, that's exactly what it's going. I mean, it brought tears to my eyes when I heard it
on the
first
spot,
time.
basically.
Well, I mean, he had an idea coming in, but yeah, so I wouldn't say it was exactly on the spot, but he had an idea coming in, and it was spot on from that standpoint.
Captured the magic.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
I love Rob. He's fantastic.
He really is.
Very cool. Very cool. So you guys, obviously, you have an album out there, maybe doing some original shows. So tell me about you plugging into the open mic scene here. And what is your, why did you do that? And what keeps you involved with open mic?
Well, my answer to that is, at first I was just trying to get involved in the music scene. I hadn't played out in 25 years. So I was like, whew, you know, go out and, you know, cut my teeth and get back into it. And what I found is we have such a nurturing music community in Charlotte. And, Shannon Lee does such a phenomenal job of cultivating that, and many others do as well. But Shannon's, where I spent my time with and still do to some degree.
Yeah.
And, you make friendships. So it's the joy of playing music, but also it's the joy of, being plugged into a friendship group that has this common interest of music.
Yeah.
And it's also, it's a good place to start bands and collaborate and everything. I've seen many individuals that have come to open mics that, 6 months later have formed their own band and are going off it. So it's really a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, same for me. I think that I initially got into open micing in Waxhaw at Dream Chasers. It was another one of Shannon's projects. And I went in over there, I lived a minute and a half from the brewery, and I went in just with my guitar, planning on doing my couple songs and hanging out and meeting people, because I didn't really being a father with young kids, like getting out in the evenings is tough, because we come home from work and family time, and by the time kids are in bed, it's like, I want to go to bed too.
You're tired.
So I went in the same thing, just wanted to be connected. And the first night I was there, like it was like an initiation into the family. I had stayed around and was waiting for the last song, and Shannon and Ron Sheehan, another local guy who's just has an inviting way about him. Those guys made me come up. Like Ron took my guitar out of the case and plugged it in and handed it to me to come up for the last song, and that was a big deal to me, because I had been friends with these guys online on Facebook for a couple of years and been to shows and whatever, but not really been connected. So that was, and the friendships that come from that. I mean, that was 2017. That's almost 10 years ago, It's long lasting stuff. Jeff was in my wedding 2 years ago, right? Like, so that, and we met 6 or 7 years ago at Rush's Espresso playing guitar, you know? So. Yeah,
I think that's a great point that you made, Jeff, with Charlotte being a very nurturing community, because, I agree with that 100%. And not only a part of that, but I've received that same love. And we're really fortunate to have that, because I've talked to other artists, like I had a guest, Eli Yacinth, who was recently graduated from Berkeley and is moving to New York City. And we kind of talked about the same sort of thing. And it's like up there, it's the total opposite. Like if you go to other artists for help, they'll like shut you out. And it's like, wow, that's just, heartbreaking and very, disheartening to hear that that's the way it is for some folks. And I guess that's the way it has to be in certain markets. But I'm grateful that Charlotte, for the most part, has a very, very loving, open community of musicians and fantastic talent. So,
I mean, the principal reason I'm doing the open mic now is to pay back.
Right.
So Shannon, Sean Kaiser, several others, had open mics and gave me an opportunity. And I want to do the same thing, I love when new artists come. I want to make them feel welcome and, safe, and introduce them to the community of musicians so they want to come back, or, because at open mics you encounter all different levels of, musicians. And, some of them need more nurturing and more encouragement than others. And, you want to provide that for them, because it was certainly provided to me.
Right on. And just tell us all when and where is your open mic that you host?
So it is at Open Tap in Pineville. It's off Carmel Road. We do it every Monday night. And musician sign-ups are at 6:30, and we start at 7. And we have a feature every Monday night, so the feature gets to play, twice as long as the other performers. And we go from 7 to 10.
Love it.
So
love it.
Yeah.
And I also love you guys are dropping a lot of really cool names in the studio today. You know, Shannon Lee and
Yeah.
and Ron Sheehan and all these folks. But who are some other Charlotte musicians that maybe you admire right now? You'd like to shout out?
Oh man, so I really we were talking on the way over here. So Rob Blois has been mentioned already. That
Yes,
guy
I love
and
Rob Blois.
we actually have known each other since high school and
Right
played
on.
music on and off since high school. And he introduced me to Patrick McFall. I graduated in '97. I think that I met Patrick in 2001. And so we've known each other that long. So those guys and Jackson Harden are in a thing right now that is just crazy good. Like they're very good, and so those are guys who I like a lot. Yeah,
I mean the list. I mean, we have to almost go by instrument. You know, it's like Daniel Owen, Dave Netta, bass players. I mean, and there's so many great keyboards. Danny Dover, yourself.
Yes. Oh yeah. And Donnie's,
gosh.
he's a heck of a drummer too. Donnie Dover.
I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Keyboard player and drummer. So
I did not know that. And guitar players, man. There's just who are some guitar players that stand out? Ryan Sheehan is one.
Yeah. So I think for again, I'll go back to Jackson Harden. He has a style about him that is like it's very old soul.
Yeah.
I think he like very old school, very very simple, but very impactful in his playing.
Yeah.
I think Keith. Why can't I think of Keith's last name right now?
guitarist.
Yeah. He played at Fab Fest like
Shamel?
Shamel, yes.
Yeah, Keith Shamel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my
Good
gosh,
grief.
yes. Good grief.
Just,
Right.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quiet, reserved guy who just listen. Just listen.
Yeah.
That's,
Our buddy Craig Hanks.
Yep.
Love Craig. Yeah.
And the whole Shake the Dust group. That's
Man, those guys. Yeah.
Yep. Those guys are on my short list to get in as guests too.
yeah.
Phil and those guys.
I mean,
That's
Phil.
We'll try to make a call. For
I
you.
love. You know, I love Phil's songwriting.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I had the opportunity to record on their first album.
Oh wow.
With Chris Gardis at Old House. And
Yeah.
and that's just Phil's songwriting just really just impacted me, and that's an album I still enjoy listening to.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Just, because that's a lot of times you don't do that as an artist. You kind of get through something and you kind of move on to the next. But that first Shake the Dust record is something I always kind of go back to and listen and enjoy.
Yeah.
Speaking of an artist that locally that I never get tired of listening to their record is Mike Nolan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just think he's a terrific songwriter as well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a quick break and come back and have you guys perform a couple of your original tunes for us, right?
Okay.
Cool.
Talk a little bit more. Hey, this has been Greazy Keyz, rBeatz.com, local music somewhere with Jeff Moder and Nathaniel Wittenburg. Take a quick break. Be right back with some live music in just a moment. Thanks.
Hey everyone, if you're like me, music isn't just background noise, it's the soundtrack to our lives, pumping energy into our everyday moments and helping us feel, well, more alive. Today I'm excited to talk about something that's revolutionizing the way we experience music. rBeatz Radio. Created in 2012 by a diverse group of artists, songwriters, and musicians, rBeatz isn't your ordinary radio station. It's a universal, unique, boutique internet radio and media streaming service that's all about simplicity and inclusivity. Whether you're an artist looking to share your tunes or a listener craving new beats, rBeatz is here to amplify your experience. Now picture this. You're grabbing a 6-pack or 12-pack of radio streams, tuning in and discovering music that's played non-stop. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, 366 days a year. Yes, you heard that right. rBeatz is committed to making sure your music, your voice is heard around the clock. Their mission? To provide a platform where all musical and artistic talent can shine. They keep it simple. KISS, or keep it simple sweet, with an open book policy that welcomes all creators. And the vision? It's all about inclusivity. rBeatz welcomes the most discerning listeners as well as the non-discerning ones, making it a hub for music discovery and media enthusiasts everywhere. As a member of ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, Sound Exchange, and Popology, rBeatz stands as a proud advocate and supporter of artists and musicians. By tuning into rBeatz, you're not just listening to music, you're supporting an entire community of independent musicians and artists from all over the world. So what are you waiting for? Whether you're here to listen, read, watch, or support, rBeatz is your gateway to the future of music. Join the rBeatz radio revolution. Let's make the world listen. The future of music is now, and it's waiting for you. Remember, less is always more with rBeatz. Tune in, turn up the volume, and let's change the way we experience music together. Catch you.
We're very honored to be here today and to form a partnership with Michael and bringing an American Hockey League team to Charlotte. We really feel that this is a huge step forward to the growth of hockey in North Carolina and in the South.
On the point, it goes, scores! A deflection in front, and the Checkers win the series!
This is my new home.
They score again. Sarla, it's the hat trick.
Nedeljkovic for the empty net. He scores! The longest game in American Hockey League history, and we are in the midst of it. Rebound chance. St. Patrick. They're going to the Calder Cup Finals. The Charlotte Checkers are Calder Cup champions! They are the kings of the American Hockey League, and there's no one left to beat. Lawrence can win the game. Fake shoots!
It's been 590 days since the last hockey game in Charlotte, and the Checkers will don a new affiliate on their sweaters and a familiar face as their new captain.
Dangling shot, he scored! Checkers with it, rebound, Carlson buries it, we're back tomorrow night! On the right wing board, Samoskevich finds some ice shot, he scores! And the Checkers have their first lead of the Queen City Outdoor Classic. Number 124 for number 21, the new franchise record.
Let's go Checkers. How about that? Welcome back to rBeatz.com. I'm your host, Greazy Keyz, local music somewhere in the rBeatz studio. We're thrilled to have Jeff Moder and Nathan Wittenburg here in the studio, getting ready to perform a couple of tunes for us. Jeff, give us a little intro on this first tune. And
the title of the tune is "Long Time Coming, Long Time Gone," and it was about a failed relationship, you know, and kind of lamenting that why it failed, and the image of getting it back. Yeah, so the belief that love endures, and maybe this relationship could endure. So that's what this song's all about. Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
cool. All right, shall we do it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. There was a long time coming. It's been a long time since you've been gone. Sometimes I became someone you couldn't be around. But when I look up in the sky, I think of you and the sun shines on our face. And I wonder how it'd be if you came back to me and we found our place. It was a long time coming. It's been a long time since you've been gone. And I live my life knowing I'd make you feel like you belong. But when I look up in the sky, I think of you and the sun shines on our face. And I wonder how it'd be if you came back to me and we found our place. Again, it's not too late to take it back where we began. Oh, my dear, free our hearts to love again. It's not too late to take it back where we began. Oh, whoa. It was a long time coming. It's been a long time since you've been gone.
Yes, powerful stuff. That's incredible, guys. Awesome. Very cool. You got another song for us? What you got?
So we're gonna do a song called "Find Me," and I guess we're sappy, aren't we? I think a little bit. I think we're a little bit sappy. So
in your feels.
Yeah. This song is about losing and then finding love again in a short period of time. Coming out of a divorce for me, and then reconnecting with a friend who I always wanted to be more than a friend in my younger days. And it just all happening quickly, and being pretty perfect. Not that we're perfect and we don't have a perfect relationship, but the coming together of everything was pretty awesome.
That's amazing.
So yeah, so that's what this song's about. It's called "Find Me." Ready? nailing I'm dying to cope with. My resolve's pretty strong, but tonight it won't leave me alone. Alone, just leave me alone. Alone. The pain won't subside and my mind keeps on spinning. I swallow my pride if tonight you just leave me alone. Alone, just leave me alone. Alone, I'm not afraid to cry. I'm not afraid to feel. I'm not afraid to hurt if that's what it takes to heal. So come find me. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave you reminding me how to find my way home. You help me find home. You are my home. I need to breathe. I just need to exhale. Wipe the slate clean. Start a new track, write this song. Let's go, 'cause I'm not alone no more. I write a line and then you write the rhyme, like we've been together in life this whole time, not alone. Oh no, I found a home. I'm home, and I'm not afraid to cry. I'm not afraid to feel. I'm not afraid to hurt if that's what it takes to heal. So come find me. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave you reminding me how to find my way home. You help me find hope. So come find me. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave you reminding me how to find my way home. You help me find home. You are my home. There's no place I'd rather be than here with you and you with me. There's no place I'd rather be than here with you and you with me. So come find me. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave you reminding me how to find my way home. You help me find home. So come find me. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave you reminding me how to find my way home. You help me find home. You are my home. You are my home. You are my home. You are my.
Fantastic, mate. Riveting song. Beautiful. Get that one sent out for be like a wedding song or something.
Yeah.
Man. That would be amazing.
Thank you.
That's beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Thank you.
So one thing I kind of gleaned from both your stories is, music's kind of been a constant, throughout, your lives and jobs and moving and children and things like that. But what's one habit that you think gives musicians staying power?
I think it's like it's the 10,000 hour thing. If you keep playing and learning. We talk a lot about, when we listen to songs, many times we're deconstructing them, and saying, oh, I like that part, and how, and that I think we never try to have that be a direct impression on what we're writing, but I think when you do that enough, it does influence how you write and some of the melodies you write. But it's learning. It's like anything else. If you're constantly learning and you're constantly working on your craft, that's how you develop staying power. Whether that's commercial success or just the fact that you're being the best musician you possibly can be.
Right. Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. Another thing that for me anyway, that makes a difference is my wife is my best critic and best listener. Honestly, she loves music as much as I do, and honestly, her knowledge is beyond mine. Even she knows ridiculous stuff. Anyway, but she will, when I'm writing a song, just tell me, hey, like that's great and everything, but that doesn't sound like you. So I think that sticking to not becoming bland or predictable, but allowing yourself to keep your voice rather than trying to emulate or fit in wherever you might fit in is a good part to keep in mind.
Yeah. It's like you said, even if maybe it doesn't equate commercial success, just having the ability to get your emotions out into a song and perform that, whether there's 1,000 people there or 2 people there. Yeah. That says something.
Right. I think both of us would say the funnest thing we have is writing the song, and you have to play it 100 different times to get it to where you want it to be.
Right.
But that whole process of crafting, the song, and then finally getting it to where you want it to be. I mean, that's a thrill. Yeah. And in many cases, you're by yourself when you're doing that, but it is a thrill.
Yeah.
So
it's fantastic. Good stuff. So you guys, obviously you have your open mic that you play, but how about for the band? You guys have some original shows coming up that you'd like to promote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're playing at Starlight in a few weeks here.
Yeah.
The Starlight on 22nd Street.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
In
Yeah.
Moder. Right.
Yeah, we're playing on the 22nd with the Southern Gothic Music Club. Kevin Marshall, Joe Middleton, and Mike Bader.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And so we're looking forward to that. Those guys, when I had my record release, they were the band that came out first, and everybody loved them. I mean, they're just such great guys. They produce such good music. So we have that. We have a gig on the 15th at Illumination Wines. We have a gig on the 5th of December at Vintner Wines. And there's something else in December, and I just, I don't know.
Are we at the Wine Loft in December?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. So, thanks for saying Mike Bader's name, too, because he would be a guy who I would have had on that guitar list who didn't pop in my head at the moment, but that guy.
Mike Bader.
That guy.
Yeah, that
great
guy.
player, great guy.
Yeah.
Quite a guitar collection as well, too.
Yeah.
Mike's got some killer guitars.
Yeah.
He
That's
does,
awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And, of course, Kevin and Joe are such good songwriters in their own right. So,
I'm looking forward. I've been invited to record on Joe's next album, so I'm excited to get digging in on that at Traffic Sound Studio. So go Joe Middleton. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you got some gigs coming up. Where can folks find you online?
So we're just in the process. We just newly formed what we're calling Gravel Road is our new name. So we're working on the branding on that right now. They can find me at Jeff Moder Music, and they can find you at
Nathaniel Wittenburg Music.
Yeah.
And I mean, does Gravel Road have did we do that? Did Gravel Road have a Facebook page now?
I don't think so yet.
Well, it will by the end of the day. Now that I said that out loud.
Yeah, let's go. That's a good way to light the fire there. Gravel Road, that'll be exciting. So who all will that, you guys, Rob, Blois?
Rob's on another project now,
Yeah.
so we're in the process of forming the band.
Oh, see.
We're
Yeah, okay.
playing
Yeah.
duo.
Gotcha.
As a matter
Yeah.
of fact, we had our first rehearsal last night with some of the new projected band members.
Okay.
So we're
Cool.
and they're some players that you would have heard their name. I just don't want to mention it just yet. But
hey, keep it under wraps until
until it's solid. Yeah,
that's exciting.
Right? Yeah. So it is exciting. Yeah. And we hope that they'll be in the studio with us when we record our next record. We've got. We probably have 16, 18 songs, and we'll probably whittle that down into the next record. But hopefully, we'll get going here in maybe the late first quarter of next year.
Yep.
In the studio. So
awesome,
all fun.
Well, man, what a pleasure to have you guys in the studio today and just to share your story and your music with us and keep us up to date as you guys get the band together and as your next release come out, because we'd love to have you back on and perform and promote you guys further. So
appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate you.
Thrilled to have you in. Hey, this has been Greazy Keyz, local music somewhere with rBeatz with Jeff Moder and Nathaniel Wittenburg. Be sure to check them out, follow them on the social media, and look out for their new coming band, Gravel Road, will be coming out pretty soon. So make sure to tune in and check them out very soon. Take care. We'll see you. Peace.